Kia ora, Lara here, and I am joining in on this hop to celebrate Christy's beautiful life. So if you haven't already, make sure you've checked out the links below. There's a link to Christy's channel and a lot of other people who have been joining in to celebrate with her. And you saw just back there a photo of one of Christy's layouts that I am scrap lifting. And in this hop we were asked to scrapbook something that makes you happy, and I have chosen a picture of Blossom that I took wandering back to my classroom with my class at school as we'd just been out doing some fitness, and just love this time of year when the blossoms are just starting to come out. We are at home, so this photo was at school, but at home our blossoms seem to be a bit later than lots of other areas in the Wakatipu, which is the region or the area of New Zealand that I live in, and ours seem to be a little bit later, and school's on a similar time frame to where our home sort of area is. It's always interesting how some blossoms are out and then they're gone, and then others come out a little bit later. We've had some bad weather, some windy times, so in lots of ways it's kind of good that ours are only out now. They've missed a lot of that bad weather, which hopefully means that our bees will be able to get busy with the blossoms and we'll get lots of fruit. Anyway, the blossom trees at school here, they're just gorgeous, and I just love how it's kind of that symbol of new beginning, of starting again, fresh, and getting back into life. It's just kind of you've been dormant with the winter and early spring even, with weather all over the place, and it just makes me happy seeing the blossoms. So the bottom of the layout that I am scrap lifting, so Christy didn't ask us to scrap lift anything, she just said scrapbook something that makes you happy. I've done a bit of both, so I've pulled out these two papers down the bottom and I have sort of cut two of them into a bit of a diagonal. Her layout had the base paper and just one of the sort of angled cuts. I just felt I wanted to bring in a little bit more just to balance these out, because I'm using a few different collections here. So I'm using Cherish, I am using Flower Shop, and I've used a little bit of Freshly Baked here as well. These embellishments that I'm pulling out are part of the Cherish collection, which is the feature collection for Close to My Heart for November, which is kind of appropriate that I'm using this collection to document this photo. I just really liked the colours and wanted to pull out some of those pinks and just those florals and all the fresh. And I guess if you're going into sort of the what makes you happy theme that we were asked to use for this hop, these colours and this different combination and mixing stuff up when I'm scrapbooking does kind of make me happy. So not only does the photo make me happy, but the papers that I've pulled out here to use also just sort of help to create that sense of happiness. So sticking these down, just trying to get it all together, and then I'm going to work on embellishing behind the photo, sort of creating a bit of a cluster behind that. So the layout that Christy had done was using a gorgeous cut file by Confessions of a Paper Addict. I'm going to use just sort of some stickers and things behind the photo rather than a cut file. Just because that's what I decided I was going to do. I had some cool stickers from both the Cherished and also from the Flower Shop that I thought I'll use some of these stickers, so you'll see me bring them out soon. First up though, I'm just going to map my photo on some white daisy cardstock, just because that helps to separate it all from the background. So another reason why I was really excited to be able to join in on this hop to celebrate the amount of time that Christy has been on YouTube, as well as her subscribers and everything, is that we're just sort of coming to the end of a 30 days of sketches with Christy's beautiful life. Now she does this twice a year, and the amount of organising and things like that is just phenomenal, and totally impressed by the way she can do this and carry it off, and it all comes together so beautifully, and it inspires so many people to get in there and get documenting. I personally love them as a great way to use up scraps of paper and bits and pieces rather than full collections. She just does so much, and she's on different design teams and things, and always inspiring with her creative work, as well as sharing little snippets of her family life and what's going on. So definitely encourage you, if you haven't already, to head over and check out her channel and check out some of her work. And hopefully you'll be just as inspired as I am. And definitely check out all the sketches on the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. It's a Facebook group that you can join, and I think we've just done season 10, which were all of the sketches were designed specifically for that. There's been a few sort of challenges in the scrapbooking world with people being they've created things and they want to keep that the kudos, I guess, for that, for creating those sketches and things, or different companies have asked them to create them, so it's important that we respect different people's wishes with those, and so designing them for the 30 Days of Sketches meant that there wasn't any of that kind of copyright that could be breached, because they were designed for that purpose. So that's just a little side note with that, but it was kind of cool to be a part of that, and I actually was able to design one of the sketches that got used for one of the days. So again, it was just kind of fun, and anyone can get involved. So challenge you to get involved in some of those things as well. So popping in these stickers here, so most of those stickers were all from the Cherish sticker sheet that came with the papers and stickers, and there was also some die cuts there. The florals, I could have backed these, but I actually just liked that loose outline, and I felt that fitted nicely with the twig, the branch that the blossoms are sitting on, so that's sort of why I've stuck with that. Wanted to pull in some of the pink, so the blossom is this beautiful pink colour, and I've used mainly sort of those minty greens and the soft yellows and things, so wanted to pull in some pink. So I've got those wee hearts, and I pulled out some little pink florals as well, just to tie that blossom into the surrounding that surrounding embellishing of those pages, and just a little bit of liquid glass to stick down these outline shapes and getting them there. Just love how these flowers and things around it just add to a real softness, and I've chosen the title In Bloom just because it was very handily part of the flower shop collection, and it just fits with that whole what makes you happy and the blossoms being in bloom. So I am just sort of working out what else to add in here, and decided I'm going to pop my journaling over onto the right hand side, just sort of there's a little bit of a gap above that blue flower outline. So I'm going to pop that in there, and it just essentially saying what I've been talking about as I've been pulling this video together and working on this voiceover. So yeah, nothing special with the journaling. I think on Christy's original layout, she actually had a journaling block type thing or a card in here, and I did wonder about pulling that in, but I just wanted to keep that softness that was already in place. So now I just need to finish it off with some different dots and things, and looking around at the florals as well, and think actually I just need a little bit more pink tucked in, and thankfully there were a few more pinks on that sheet. So I am going to find some of my enamel or my acrylic dots, and I'm going to use the freshly baked ones. So I love the colours in these. There's pinks, there's yellows, there's blues, there's sort of a scarlet kind of colour as well. So just love how the soy collection, and there's different shapes, so there's circles, stars, hearts. So I'm just pulling out a few of the pink ones, and I also pull out some of the blue glitter shapes in here as well. Make sure you check out the links below for the different link of different people joining in on this hop, and I hope that you've enjoyed this, and look forward to catching up online somewhere with you perhaps in the future. So here's some close-ups of the layout that I've put together, and again, just thanks heaps for watching.